That's why the dentist doesn't give you back your tooth when they pull it, because it's hazardous waste material. That's why bites are very infectious, because the bacteria gets in your bloodstream. That's how I was working, and this girl that I was working with, she needed a root canal, and she waited too long, and she had a heart attack and died at work, okay? And she should have had taken care of those teeth, because that killed her. And this Wi-Fi radiation is releasing the mercury to your system. So I want you to find a special dentist to have your amalgams removed, because you have to do that. You have to get the mercury out of your body. They're not silver fillings, it's amalgams. They're mixed with mercury, and it's very toxic, and it's spewing. It's screwing your health up. Start there, okay? I had all mine removed, you know? They're all white. See? So they drilled it out. They used a powerful magnet. They reversed the polarity. They wore the HEPA masks, and because you have to filter this stuff out, and it's a very healthy thing to do. So oil pulling is a great thing that I hope to inspire you to look into. Your closest friends I promise you, are going to ask you what you're doing, because you'll notice you're going to start to shine. Your skin will shine, your everything, because you're not toxic. It detoxifies radiation. So oil pulling is a great thing. You know, I wanted to call this toxic world. I called this lecture Detoxing in Today's Toxic World, because it's really related, and I have other things, other gifts to share with you, other tricks I've learned, because when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is take a nice long bath, over an hour, okay? I have to keep adding a little hot water. But what I do is, in the water, I put borax and Epsom salt and Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap and Himalayan salt. And I'll explain each one why. First of all, Epsom salt you need for the magnesium, because that turns out it helps you, it fires you up, and you can do, it helps you with other things to mix. It helps you absorb the calcium, and it works together with calcium. And you know, we're calcium deficient because we're being sprayed with aluminum. It steals our calcium. That's why kids are breaking their bones at early ages, because is one of the reasons. And the borax is to get the biofilm off of us. We have biofilm on us from being sprayed by the chemtrails. And this borax, if you take an ultraviolet light, a black light, you can see, besides urine and blood, you can see the chemtrails. They're white spots that is from the chemtrails. So sometimes you even see the spider-like things, like webs coming out of the sky. And then if it gets on you, it kind of burns. And then next thing you have a weird open sore where it hit you. And this is some really toxic, weaponized stuff, because this smart dust is militarized. It's an armament. That's what SMART means. Secret militarized armaments for residential technologies. Okay? So they've militarized it by making it a weapon and sharing it in the residential areas, like your smart meters and your smartphone, and the water meters also that they're changing over in my neighborhood. So what do we do? How do we protect ourselves? You have to remove the antenna. They're spraying you with this chemtrail. It becomes an antenna. It gets in your brain. It crosses the blood-brain barrier. How do you remove the aluminum in your body? Well, almond oil, almond milk. Almond pushes the aluminum out, through your hair, out, okay? So that's a good way to detox. I always do almond milk and almond oil. But when you eat almonds, make sure you don't eat the skin. And if you have an advanced juicer that juices nuts like a champion, that chews the nuts with a mastication, which is chewing, because when you whip it, whips air into it and kills the enzymes. You don't want to get a juicer that whips air into it because you have to drink it right away. If you get the mastication, chewing, ripping, tearing, it opens the cells and it leaves it healthy. You can drink it later, so you don't have to make it every day fresh. And you can make it just a bunch and it lasts several days. And it still has the healing effect. So I drink a lot. I don't drink dairy. I try to stay away from dairy products because of the chemtrails. The cows eat the grass that got this rain from the chemtrails, and it goes in the meat, it goes in the dairy, and it's not dairy. Milk does not do a body good. Milk was completely left off the food pyramid in the 80s. In the 70s, it was left completely off the food pyramid. I think they paid $8 million to get on the food pyramid. You know, milk does not do a body good. It's cow pus. It's cow pus because the cows are sick. You have the concentrated animal feedlots. They're confined to spaces. You drive by on the freeway, it has a big stink because they can't get rid of all this shit that they're standing in, and it goes to the bacteria in the meat. So you buy a low-quality burger, you're going to get this bacteria, and the doctors can't explain this fibromyalgia pain in you. But really, it's because you're eating diseased meat from chicken and cows. So you have to pay more money and get an organic if you're going to eat meat, because it's really toxic and it gets stuck in your intestine, and they're called mucoids, and they become putrid and black and toxic all day, spewing toxins. So get a colon cleanse. Clean your colon. Clean your teeth. Clean your colon. It's going to come out, everything. You're going to push it out, and you're going to start fresh with healthy foods. You know, I didn't want to talk about this, but I'm funny, and Eric the Healer is a comedian superhero. And if I'm a superhero, I have to do super things. And I have to admit, I drink my urine, okay? I practice urine therapy. And the top martial artists drink their urine. Jesus drank his urine. How do you think he lasted 40 days in the desert? That's what he was talking about when he sat by the well. He said, drink from your own fountain. The stem cells in the urea is the secret of urine therapy. There are stem cells in the latest technology, cutting edge technology, but they don't want you to know that it's in, they're talking about it's in your fat. How much stem cell can you use from, how much fat can you give them to keep getting stem cells, okay? But you produce it every day in urea, okay? It's filtered by our liver and our kidneys. It's distilled. And when you swish your mouth with your own urine, the only rule of urine therapy is do not do pills, do not do medication, because it goes in the urine. But if you're healthy and you're not drinking soda and doing sugar or wheat flour, it's going to taste like distilled water, because it is distilled water. You're going to be getting creatine. You're going to be getting Ormus. You're going to be getting all the things that you pay a lot of money for next door, okay, already in there. You already produce what you need. You have everything that you need. Don't believe a word I'm saying, and look into what I'm saying. Because when I sit in the bathtub, if I had woken up during the night, I have a mason jar that I collected in. And I'm not going to waste it, because your first urine is important. And I try not to pee when I'm sleeping and wake up and then save the urine. But I don't drink all of it. I put it in my hair for the stem cells, to not get gray hair, okay? And it changes it back to normal color. Old women save the baby's diapers and wear them as hat, the clean diapers with just urine, and they wear it as a hat, and it changes their hair back to, you watch the Antique Roadshow, they have these silver urns they sell, and then there's a little statue of the kid pissing into it. You have the fountains in Europe with the kids pissing into it. Well, they're trying to tell you, kids' urine is rich in stem cells, but you have to have a male, a young kid, a boy. You should drink young boys that you save, or the women drink the young girls or whatever, because it's rich in stem cells. Again, they can't have drugs. But this is crazy stuff I'm saying. What the hell are you saying, Eric? But it's true. Look into it. I'm here to give you the answers. You have to work backwards and do the homework to realize what I'm saying is true. When I was kickboxing and doing martial arts, I would have injuries or cuts that I didn't want to have during the fight or sparring. So I would save that urine, and I'd put my Band-Aid in the urine, and it would create new skin and close the wound fast. So it would heal quickly. You can put it. I had a friend who had acne, and she used her urine and just patted it on her face at night before she went to bed, and it cleared her skin. It's a panacea, cure-all for many things. Look at the military. They don't tell the grunts anything, but they tell the Marines you can live a week alone on your urine. They tell the Secret Service Navy SEAL, the elite soldiers, you can live 1 month on your urine alone. But the secret is you can live for hundreds of years. That's the secret to the Chinese living so long. Did you know that more people drink their urine than not in the world? Because of the Asians and the Chinese and the Indians and the Japanese and they all know about it. The Africans do it because it's a cheap form of medicine. The African mothers pee in the mud and take the mud and put it on their baby. When my dog had skin problems that the doctors couldn't get rid of, as soon as my dog was peeing, I was catching it and putting it on his skin. It healed him that day. Okay, it's free. It's stem cells and urea. Dr. Brzezinski doesn't tell you that because he's making anti-neoplastons. He's getting the discs from the urinals. You know those porta potties, they have a little piss pot on the side, and there's a little filter catching all the urine. And they're putting in your beauty creams. Beauty companies pay thousands of dollars for those little discs that the porta potties has. And in the future, you will be paid for your urine. Okay? So urine therapy is a big part of my health. I put it in my eyes. I put it in my hair. You're supposed to distill it. You're supposed to mix it 4-to-1 with distilled water to put it in your eyes. I put it directly in my eyes to regenerate my eyes, the stem cells. I don't need glasses. My doctor says I do. I tell him to take his off. I can see perfectly. There's a dark office in here. How can I read anything with this dark office? You know, we're in lights all day with the wrong lights. Change your lighting. Stop using fluorescents. Stop using, they call those green light bulbs green. It's not green at all. Bullshit. It's filled with mercury. And who's going to throw it away nicely? They throw it in the garbage can. It breaks. It goes into your water system. They call it, the Mad Hatter is mad because he was using mercury to stiffen his hats. And we're crazy because we all have mercury fillings, and the Wi-Fi radiation is putting it in us more. It's releasing it into our bloodstream. So there's a lot of things going on that we don't realize. And once you become aware, it's not that we're stupid or unintelligent. There's many intelligent people here. We're just unaware, and we have to learn these things. And I can't afford to get sick, and I want to be tip top. I'm a Scorpio. I have to, when I compete, I have to be, win and be the best. And, it's not good enough just to win. I have to be the best, and do what and if I'm wrong, teach me. I want to learn and be better. I'm always improving my system of what I'm doing. So coconut oil with marijuana in it is better. You're fighting cancer, and urine is great to use for detoxing the teeth. It also detoxes. It also cures. There's an organ in our throat that if you're ever sick with anything, you don't have to drink your urine. Just take a few drops of your urine and tap your mouth, because it's telling your body what antibodies to produce. Because it's only, if you get bitten by a rattlesnake, it only takes 7 seconds to get in your bloodstream. So you probably pissed in your pants already. Just take a little bit and put it in your tongue, because you don't need to pay thousands of dollars for an anti-venom from the emergency room. And I'm not a doctor. I'm Eric the Healer, and don't believe a word I'm saying, because I don't want to be sued by FDA. I'm not impersonating a doctor. I am Eric the Healer. I don't practice medicine. I share cures. And I'm not healing you as Eric the Healer. You're healing yourself. I'm Eric the Healer because I'm healing myself. And I'm sharing that information with you. And that's my disclaimer to keep me safe. And I'm trying to inspire you to be more beautiful, to have a higher quality of life, to detox this toxic world, because everything we do is toxic. And when you think bad thoughts, that's toxic. When you worry about these things, it's toxic. So you have to be happy. You have to relax. You have to use coconut oil to heal. Coconut oil is the best thing you can have in your car, in your house, and at your work. You can't just buy one. You have to buy 3, and buy extra. Okay, I buy it by the case. Okay, and I like Grocery Outlet. I don't know if you have one, but they get things before they spoil, and they sell it at a great price. So I'm getting a lot of healthy powders. I don't know if you know about moringa. Have you heard about moringa? Moringa is awesome. It's a wonderful way to detox radiation. I met the speaker at a conference. Where was it? In I forgot where it was. I do so many. He said that there are aliens that do not come here without taking moringa, because we're so radioactive here on this planet, and they can't come here without taking moringa. So moringa is an excellent powder to put in your oatmeal, in your super shakes, in whatever. I like to buy. Do you remember Kung Fu, when he had the little pouch around his neck and he sprinkled little stuff in his water? He went to the bar and they asked him, "Would you like a drink?" He says, "No, I like a glass of water." And then he pours a little stuff. I like to think I'm like that, and put a little powders in all my stuff. But then I got really into it, and I started getting, at Grocery Outlet, there's a company called Sunland, there's a company called Anthony's, but they sell in the Nosh section, in the back of these health food stores, they have powders that are organic, and like turmeric. Turmeric is another very becoming popular, because turmeric is an anti-inflammatory and an antibiotic. So you sprinkle, if your dog is old, you can sprinkle turmeric in its food, and it reduces the swelling, and it's an antibiotic. And you'll notice a change, that they'll be more mobile and happier and act younger. So I'm putting turmeric. I also put, Dr. Harvey's makes an excellent product called Immune Boost, E-Boost. And Immune Boost is a bunch of superfoods that I sprinkle on my dog's chicken that I barbecue for him. I have a big dog and a little Chihuahua. And my big dog's a Lab, Pit, Rottweiler, Border Collie. I couldn't pass him up. And then the Chihuahua's a Taco Bell variety. But they love it. They eat it. And then I mix 3 super green foods together in another can of an old empty Dr. Harvey's can. I put in there chlorella, spirulina, and moringa. I mix 3 green powders in there. And I sprinkle both these things in there on the food. So I'm boosting their immune system, and they're not sick. Rottweilers are supposed to be the most expensive dog to, have with the biggest bill, a vet bill. They're supposed to be the dog that gets the sickest, and it costs the most at the vet. But my dog doesn't get sick. Well, maybe because he's healthy, because he's a mix. They're healthier. He's not pure. So that's a good thing. And I'm a mix too. I'm Persian and Norwegian. So so maybe that's why I'm healthier. But doing these things, take your life under your own control. Don't go to the doctor. Become your own doctor. And food is your best medicine. Sprinkle these things in your food. What else am I getting into? I learned about maca. It raises your libido. It's good for cleaning your lungs. It's good for many things. That's maca. I put, I've told you moringa. I told you turmeric. Ginger. I buy ginger. Ginger is an excellent product because it thins your blood. Don't take blood thinners. Eat ginger. Sprinkle it in your food. Put it in your tea. I like this tea. I like to put turmeric and ginger in a tea. That's an awesome combination. And if you want to put orange too, is good. I like the celestial seasoning tea. I use the orange zingers, and I mix it with the turmeric. And I don't know if you have Trader Joe's, but they sell some nice combination teas too. But teas are excellent medicine, you know, to raise your level. Do you eat vegetables and fruits and vegetables? It's hard to chew all the fruits and vegetables you're supposed to eat. It's crazy. It's impossible. You're going to be chewing all day. When you juice, you're getting many things in one. Okay, so juice. When I go to, again, Trader Joe's or grocery outlet, they have these lower cost juices that is superfood. Beet is excellent. When you take beet, it helps you. It's amazing. It helps you have more energy later. It fights cancer. It's good for your blood. Dragon fruit. I went to Hawaii. I learned about dragon fruit. There are 4 colors: yellow, white, pink, and red. And it's rich in antioxidant, and it's delicious. It tastes like kiwi and strawberry kind of, and it's delicious. Dragon fruit. Acai, I don't know. It's a good antioxidant, but let's see. The most important thing for eyesight is antioxidants. And the most powerful antioxidant is, I used to take krill oil before Fukushima happened. And Fukushima really poisoned all the fish, and radiation goes in the water. So I had to switch to find a more powerful antioxidant. And I found one made by Patrick Flanagan called Mega Hydrate. MEGA Hydrate, HYDRATE. This Mega Hydrate is expensive. So the cheapest form that I buy is the powder form. And it's cheaper to go to Amazon and buy it for $50, I think, than actually Patrick Flanagan's website, where I think it's $60. And you buy the powder form, and I found the best way to take it is I put it comes with a little scoop in the bottle. It's a little $50 bottle, lasts over a month. I put one scoop in my coconut water, and I think that, and I put it in the can, in the hole, so it's not an open glass, so it stays more in there, the gases and the bubbling and whatever. And then I drink that, and it's great for the eyes, because antioxidants, they take the free radicals out of through your bloodstream. The oxygen does, and it helps your eyes. So the older we get, we have to do more to be healthy, and we're noticing the break. Let me see what else I do. I'm in the bathtub. I told you what I soaked in. I use the essential oils. The Dr. Bronner's is another. I met Dr. Bronner. Dr. Bronner was awesome. If you ever read his bottle, it's excellent reading while you're sitting on the toilet. You read the bottle. There's a lot of stuff. All is one and love, and So Dr. Bronner's uses organic oils, and in there's a nice combination of peppermint, coconut, hemp, and eucalyptus. And when you're in the bathtub, you're inhaling these. You're taking these in and inhaling it, and it makes your house smell great. And it's a wonderful thing. So Dr. Bronner's is good in your bathtub. And put borax to get rid of the chemtrail, the biofilm. Put Himalayan salt in there to get your minerals. Okay, you're getting all the minerals from the Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt is because it was the ocean, when it was the ocean in the Himalayas a long time ago, you had all the minerals, and that's why it's so wonderful, because that was the sea salt from before it was radioactive, and it's healthy, and it's much healthier, and you do need these minerals. But distilled water is the best water to drink. It does strip you of minerals, but your inorganic minerals that clog you up, give you arthritis. You want to drink distilled. There are lies that say that it's bad for you, and it's not, but it's the best water for you. and it decalcifies. See, we have calcification of the pineal gland, which is your psychic center. And when you drink distilled water, it decalcifies your pituitary pineal gland on this axis, the third eye. So it opens up your psychic centers so you can communicate. So you have to work on many different levels. How to become a Superman, okay? So all these little things add up. You start doing oil pulling, you start taking a bath with Epsom salt and borax and Himalayan salt, and you start being more relaxed. You start feeling healthier. Let me tell you about the water. What water are we drinking? Water they don't filter out all the drugs people are taking. We're showering in 150 different pharmaceuticals. What are you going to use to get it out? Well, I looked at water systems, and reverse osmosis is pretty good, but fluoride is so corrosive that you have to change the membrane frequently, and not many people do that. And so really, I like this John Ellis water. John Ellis is a good friend of mine, and he sells these water distillers. He won the discus throw in the Olympics in 1954, and he's a great guy. He's lives in Pennsylvania, and he sells this johnellis.com, ELLIS.com, and there's 2 water distillers. I bought the E2, which has 2 ultraviolet light bulbs that remove the signature of anything that was left in the water. Because once you filter and clean the water, even though it's pure, there's a signature in the water of whatever that was in there. It left a signature. So you have to remove that too. And these ultraviolet tubes do that. So it distills it 100 times, and it also makes it hot and cold. It goes back and forth. And when he found out that when you make water hot and cold many times, it gives it a magical quality. So when you look into this, go to John Ellis' website and read what he says, because when you're really looking at water, you're going to learn about permeability. And permeability is the ability to go in and out everywhere. And it's about the hydrogen bond angle of water. You learn about the hydrogen bond angle of water. It turns out that it's the best one is what happens when you make this distilled water with John Ellis. It makes it exactly 113 or around there, 0.8, I think, 114. And it makes it so it's able to go everywhere and do its magic and detox you and clean everything out. Distilled water pulls, it has a magnetic quality and pulls everything out. If you have a splinter, you can soak your hand in distilled water and it pulls it out. Okay, distilled water is nature only produces distilled water. We produce distilled water. So these are a lot of things I'm throwing at you. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to elaborate on, I'm happy to share, because I think I've come to the end of my. How's the time doing on this? I think I have to be on another panel, and I think Said's going to come here in about 10 minutes. So. Yeah, Said asked me to help him with his talk on. We're going to have a talk from 7 to 8 in here, so I want to use this time for questions. I want to thank you for putting up with my crazy things. Thank you for coming here and listening to me, and I'm happy to share anything and talk about anything openly, because I'm not embarrassed to talk about it, and I've actually been attacked at work for sharing this information. And I filed against it. But anyway, do you have any questions, please? Anybody would like to know anything? Or yes? Please use the microphone.
What about cinnamon?
Oh, cinnamon is excellent. I put cinnamon in my tea too, and I put a stack of thing. But Gu- Cinnamon it's very good for you, but there's also a chemical. It's also a kind of a aphrodisiac, you know. But it's a very healthy thing to take, cinnamon, and it's very important. It kills bacteria. See, they have these pine cones that they sprinkle cinnamon on that you bring out at Christmas. And see, winter you get colds and flus or whatever, but they put these. Traditionally, they put these cinnamon pine cones out, and it kills the bacteria in the air. So it's very healthy. My pine cones by my door are starting to lose their, you know, it's April now, and Christmas is past, so I'm kind of losing the smell of the cinnamon. But cinnamon's awesome. It's an awesome way to kill bacteria in the air. Okay, so yes, pardon me. It does balance your blood sugar, as well as chromium picolinate and vanadyl sulfate. I try to tell diabetics about those things to balance your blood sugar, because you can reverse your diabetes. You can reverse anything. Another thing I want to share with you is Rife technology. Royal Raymond Rife, R-I-F-E, all you have to do is know the frequency vibration of the disease you have. And then you go get bombarded by this frequency, and it kills your disease. It's as simple as that. They had one in every hospital. The hospitals were empty. They weren't making any money. So they had to get everything out. They had to get those Rife machines out of the hospitals, because the hospitals are empty. They're not making any money. They have to make money. They're not going to cure you. You go to your doctor, you think he's going to cure you? No. He's going to prolong your disease. He's going to say, we're going to try some of these. We're going to run some tests. We're going to we're going to use this machine that makes beeps in the corner. We're going to run some tests here. We're going to send you down the lab results. And, you know, it's bullshit. They don't want to heal you. They want to make money on pharmaceuticals. They want to make money on you being sick. But they don't want to kill you, because then they won't get any more money. So, but they just enough, they'll give you, you know, antibiotics or this just to prolong whatever. No, that's not the way to do it. You know, they're always expanding the cancer center. Where are they getting this influx of patients? The population isn't rising. They know that you're going to get sick. They're gambling on it. They're putting all their money into it. They're always expanding the cancer center. But cancer is a gazillion-dollar industry. They're making money on people's cancer. And, you know, chemotherapy, are you kidding me? Radiation, surgery. You don't do chemotherapy. First of all, they come in with hazmat suits to deliver the chemo. If you accidentally get it on your hand, it burns. Imagine what it does to your inside. That's not a therapy, okay? You're crazy. Surgery, you don't cut into cancer. You're spreading it through the body. You don't cut it. Women we all have cancer. We fight cancer every day. We fight it, and we get rid of it. We have it, and we get rid of it. Some of us don't. So worrying about cancer is cancerous. So don't worry about it. But you can cure your own diseases. And all you have to know is just for fun, type natural cure for, and you fill in the blank. And see what they say. Do your own research. You need help in looking at something. I'm easy to find, Eric the Healer. I'm happy. I help people all over the world. I say, well, this is what I would do. You know, I don't tell them what to do, because that's, you know, I'm not a doctor practicing medicine. I'm just Eric the Healer sharing cures. And I'm here for you. And I'm not making money. I love you. I want to help you. So, yes.
Just thought of something. There's this Italian doctor called Dr. Simonici, and he's actually been banned from the United States. He's hiding in Italy. He says cancer is a fungus, and he has a book. You should look at it. It's very interesting.
It is. I'm a fungi. Okay? But no, seriously, it is a fungus, and we can get rid of it, and it's no doubt about it. There's many ways we can get rid of it. There's many cures. Black bananas are a cure for cancer. Shiitake mushrooms, reishi mushrooms, maitake mushrooms. Those are the 3 mushrooms. I make my own kombucha. I see a lot of people drinking kombucha. Don't drink the whole bottle. Only drink 8 ounces. Can't you read that bottle? It says 2 servings per bottle. It's toxic for your liver if you drink that whole bottle. It's bad for you. Don't drink the whole bottle. Tell people, stop. Oh, I love kombucha. I drink it all the time. This is my 3rd bottle today. No, don't drink kombucha all the time. Just 8 fluid ounces. It's toxic for your liver. Yes?
How can you kill a fungus, cancer, with red reishi, which is also a fungus, a mushroom?
Well, I'm like I said, I don't know how it does it, but it does by it's a more powerful one. I don't know how it happens, but you can go. Marijuana oil kills cancer. You can go on YouTube and type marijuana oil killing cancer, and you can see it live, leaving the healthy cells alone and killing the cancerous cells. And in the same way, there must be a video on that. That's a good question. How does one mushroom kill another one? It's a stronger mushroom. I don't know. It's a better mushroom. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I do know what works, and I did learn those 3 mushrooms.
If you're interested in getting red reishi, then you would get it from Aloha Pharmaceuticals in Hawaii. That's the best.
Awesome. It's important to get the right products, because when you're not using products that are healthy, because if you're going to use something that's not organic or something that wasn't grown right, you're going to get it. It's not going to work. And I met Dr. Gerson's daughter, Josephine, and in the 80s, and I looked at her, and she had shiny blue eyes, and she laughed at me. She said, cancer is illegal in America. Curing cancer is illegal. I have an office in San Diego, but my clinic is in Mexico. So I get my patients, we meet at my office, we take the train, we cross the border, and then we go cure cancer, okay, in Mexico, because it's illegal to cure cancer in America. There are doctors in jail for curing people of cancer using apricot pits. Apricot pits is, pardon me? Yes, very good, It's one of the B vitamins, B17. It's also Laetrile, like she says, and it kills cancer. But also, it's a good thing for alcoholics to take because it makes them throw up. Don't tell them. But you give them B17, and then when they drink again, it'll make them throw up. Ugh, then they'll hopefully stop drinking. See, so B17 is an excellent tool. I learned about that when I was working at Ellis, the first health food store in Sacramento in 1953, I guess. So B17, Laetrile, apricot pits. All you have to do is take 8 apricot pits, crack them open, and you're on. We did this as kids. I learned from the old wives, the grandmothers. No, don't throw that away. Don't throw the pits away. Save the pits. And then you get the wrench or a nutcracker, and you crack it open, and you eat that little seed. And when you eat it, it's like arsenic, but see, it's good for you in these low levels. It kills cancer, and it really works. All you need is 8 a day, but that's illegal for me to say that in America. So I have to say it supports cancer, okay? But don't believe anything I'm saying, because I was on a cruise, and I met the brother of a doctor that's in jail who shared this information, and I said, yeah, it's true, I know about that. I've known about it all my life. So there are many cures that we don't know about, and just thinking you can cure everything just by holding. If you're powerful enough, you can transmute everything with that higher vibration. But don't get angry. Can you hold happiness all day? Can you not get angry and not, because when you're happy and laughing, you are so healthy you'll never get sick. All you have to do is laugh, be happy, and sleep 8 hours uninterruptedly, because your body knows what to do. Your body knows what to do. Stop making it so hard for your body to know what to do. Stop eating all the junk. Don't eat Hershey's chocolate, because it's next to 3 Mile Island. It's literally hot chocolate, So don't eat this radioactive shit. Buy some chocolate that is healthy, a superfood. dark chocolate, which is good for you in small amounts, or buy raw cacao. I forgot to mention the powder I bought. I bought some raw cacao. You sprinkle it in your natural ice cream, in your coconut ice cream, your almond milk ice cream. You can sprinkle it, make it chocolate, or a natural chocolate shake. You can be bad but good. See, I like to be bad but good and eat good candy and good ice cream and good stuff. Because when you eat the cow milk, it's pus. There's pus in the cow and the milk, and they pasteurize it, which kills anything that was good in there. Because raw milk is good for you, it turns out. But once Oprah attacked the dairy industry, you saw what happened to her. You know, they're a powerful industry because we got all these cows, and we got to, you know, you got to drink their milk and, you know, sell it and be, yes, it's terrible. So once we look at all these little things, they add up to a healthy you. So, you know, take control of your life and be healthy, get more done. And your friends are going to start, you set an example for your friends to follow. They're going to ask you, what the hell are you doing? Why are you so beautiful? Why are you shining? Why are you so, you know, take that example, set an example for them. And I promise you, you'll have a higher quality of life like I enjoy, you know. So thanks again for listening. And I don't want to go, I could talk forever about, you know. Actually, I'm talking now again. It's 7 to 8, So thank you for joining me. I don't know what to say. Does anybody have any more questions, or anybody wants to know anything? Get massaged. Get massaged regularly. Don't be stressed. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Your happiness is up to you and only you. Don't let people push your buttons and piss you off and make you mad. Because when I ski the trees, I can't think about junk. I can't even think. I just react to the openings. If you think, you hit a tree, just like kickboxing. You can't think. You just react. And relax, be happy, and you'll have a higher quality of life. Try to laugh all the time. It's the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Dennis.